Hey there, Pit Stops Kitchen and Garden. We've been having some issues. What's up, Eric? Let's see. Turn some of this down. Yeah, so last night I was at 925 subscribers. Well, this morning about 1 o'clock. 4 o'clock this morning I was at, I think, 912. And as of last time I looked, I'm at 906. Going the wrong way. Let's see. Yep. But we'll be in here to talk about anything. I just wanted to complain. Just got off of work. Got a 2-week vacation coming up and got a lot of work. I'll be getting started. Hopefully the greenhouses will be ready to plant in February by the time I leave. Pit Stop Kitchen and Garden. You guys are out in Las Vegas, correct? Oh, Lord. Yep. I didn't mention anything, Todd. I hadn't done a video in a while. How's the weather out there, Pit Stop? We've been cold. We had like 2 of our 7 days a year of winter so far. Is it still buffering on? Anybody seeing? Sheena, you get to work. You at work. You're not supposed to be on here. Yeah, Todd. 60 people. That's a lot. I mean, I wish I knew what I did. This cat. Lord. Better not get snow, Eric. Don't curse us like that. Yay. I'm a pirate. Okay, just checking. Todd, how's your place coming, man? You getting any work done out there with it? Stop. Dude, ay. I hate cats. This is ridiculous. Not looking. Cat's about to go flying, Eric. I'm the only person that don't like the cat. And I'm the only one that wants to play with. Hey, Tammy. Yeah, like I said, I'm the only one that don't like it. And I'm the only one that it wants to play with. Get down. Climbed up my leg and it got in the doggone the drawer for the desk. Sheena get here. Sheena was on here a minute ago. We'll be getting some work this week. Let me tell you, boy. Yo. Subs or no subs, we gonna make the. Today I talked to Eric last night and be like, yeah, getting some work done. I'm going to pick up my wood today. I'm going to start putting the runs in the greenhouse, put the plastic down on the other one. We got in about 2 hours late, starting to drizzle. Like, yep, I ain't going to get much done today. So when eat lunch with daughter number 3, came in here, do this for a little while, then I'm probably going to hang some lights, or I don't know. The little dudes could be home in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. You should be working, Sheena. You need to come home and cook and clean. Chop, chop. Jesse, don't you dare. Damn. Don't you get on my head. Thumbs up. Thank you, Todd. Stop. Get. Hidden Harvest, what's up, brother? I lost 20 this month. Get. Go play. Anybody wants to join in? We will more than happy to let y'all join. Cat. Yeah, that could be part of it. Try not to talk about all that. It's a big mess. Todd, I just got back recently on Facebook only because I like it for my hello. Like it for the hydroponic builders and stuff. And groups. I don't really mess with it for anything else. The gardening groups and all my friends from high school, my other one, I didn't even reopen the original one I had. I still have Messenger, but I didn't open the original one that I had. And it's nice. I mean, I had like 1,200 people on my other Facebook. This one I have like 7, 8. If anybody wants to join, I forgot to press enter. The cat was getting me. But if you want to join, sit in, talk, visit with us, come on, man. Let's have a good time. John, how's it going, buddy? Looking forward to be on Team Woodcutter over here. You're welcome to join in if you like, Mr. John. Geez, I'd be a ghost. I try. Scrap Shackle Farms. How's it going, y'all? Anyone wants to join in, we're more than welcome. Boo. Looking forward to seeing it, Todd. Stay safe, brother. Good luck out there. Get that place built up. Well, thanks for stopping by, Mr. John. I'm looking forward to Shed Wars. It's going to be fun. Gonna be fun. Mine stayed outside for the little front we had that passed through Scrap Shackle Farms. I didn't even go walk out there yet to look. I seen a couple of the branches that are kind of not looking too hot. We're gonna be moving them in the garage this weekend before the next little front passes through. We only got down to 31 degrees, so I'm hoping it's not that devastating. There was a little frost on the ground. John, I done told you the DNA test is going to prove, buddy. I'm not worried about you. You may have met your match, buddy. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, Mr. Homer, sorry, buddy, I miss you. How you doing, brother? John, it works both ways, brother. It'd be more fun. More fun. I'm not scared. It's actually, I was talking to Jeff yesterday evening, and I told him I was looking forward to it. It'd be nice to have somebody to pick on that I won't have to worry about hurting their feelings much. God damn it. This cat right here, boy. Mike, come get your cat. She's climbing on my head. I'll be able to show you later. She's been like on my head and on my shoulders. I put her down. She climbs in here. She climbs on my head. She's playful. Wow, getting snow. We don't want no snow over here, y'all. God, no. It's not something I'm looking forward to. Mr. Homer, you're welcome to join in if you like, brother. Anybody y'all would like to join, sit in and talk with us? Just killing some time this afternoon. It started raining. A little bit. Yeah. Lost 17 subscribers in about 7 hours this morning. Mr. Homer, you better watch how you talk to John. The Shed War dude's going to come out and tell us he's going to get us all. Got to be nice to him. Tammy, I seen that. Some of my friends sent me some pictures around the Steubenville. It's like, you missed this over here? They had snow falling. I said, not at all. I seen we had a guy from Russia. Hey, do not understand it, but gonna have to copy that, check that later.
Hey,
brother, you got a jacket on?
Oh, it's cold. I'm in Connecticut.
It's only 65 degrees over here.
Yeah, I was seeing you talk about John. I'm on Team Willick, bro. He's my captain.
You're gonna move on this year.
Nah, I'm gonna stick with him. See, Woodcut already claimed you from the South, so it's all good.
Well, apparently there's a fight because John said yesterday that he wasn't sure. He still got a chance to get me.
Nah, I think it'd be better that you stay on Woodcutters, man. So
I think North and South, man. That's what I keep saying. North and South.
See, it depends on what North you're talking about.
Everybody north of I-10.
Oh Lord, man, that means it's cold weather.
Y'all get 90% of the country.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't do that because a lot of you Southern guys got 10 acres, 20 acres, 30 acres. The North doesn't have that. Everybody probably got 5 to 10 acres. And I grow
a half acre. That's it.
So they're gonna have to even it out where some Southern, some North. They gotta fan it out and look at the acreage too.
Yeah.
Like I say, you can't compete because most of the people that's in the North only have 10 acres, man.
10 acres is a lot, brother.
I mean,
like I said, we got a half. I understand what you're saying. I really do.
Johnny has like what? Chicken Johnny got over like 100 acres at least.
Yeah, but he says he only uses a small garden for it. I mean, that's.
But who knows?
I say a small garden. I think I read or listened in his video is like 130 by 60. The garden is a pretty good sized garden.
Yeah. So that's like I'm here now. I'm trying to figure out. I looked at a couple of boats. Getting a nice one, hopefully soon. The kid's fixing a trailer because I got to take it off his property. The trailer needed new leads on what's called leaf springs.
Yep.
So he had to change this out. So he was trying to look for the parts. He had the e-trailer to get it.
I got you.
It's a 21-footer Aqua Sport. They took the motor off. They took the 115 motor off. They put it on another boat they had. So they got about 4 or 5 boats in the yard.
Yeah.
So it's a center console. It looked like
nice boots.
Looked like it was a work boat like John's. Like y'all probably. Well, you probably got a front. What a front.
No, I mean we got different types of boats over here. We have the bay. We call them bay boats. It's a center console with a deck out front to be able to, it's open area to be able to fish. There's all kind of different things.
Yeah, see, like the Northeast, it's got to be something when you get on a video. Every big truck with noise want to come through when you're on video.
Oh, it ain't nothing. Look, John just posted he's gonna put a cap on growing space. What's the cap, brother?
Yeah, it has to. It has to.
I'll still get it. I mean,
everybody can get it, but I'm saying you can.
It's all for fun.
Yeah, but if somebody is harvesting like an acre, like a quarter of an acre of land,
but that's hard for them. If they're gonna harvest a quarter acre, that's gonna be hard for them to share with their family, or be able to save for a year. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I grew a half-acre garden, and we processed. We basically half of the tomatoes that we picked, we processed, and we ate, and we sold the rest, and it was still way too much.
Yeah.
Look. I'm gonna show you something. I had a surprise
for
Mr. Robert at Homestead Aquarius. He got Wilson. I'm gonna have Spalding. Where's it at? I got me a beach ball to grow in. That's gonna be my pot. I'm gonna be growing in this year.
Oh wow! Everybody's got a mascot.
Gotta have something. Oh, I got a mascot. I'm gonna be getting with you soon. We working on a couple things, and right. I know if I'm gonna be on the Woodcutter's team, I'm still gonna send it to you. But you're gonna have to wear it in a video. You're gonna have to wear it in a video and get John all perturbed.
But see, that's the whole thing about Shed Wars. Shed Wars is not like enemies. We all got to support each other.
Oh yeah, it's all for fun. It's all for fun. You're gonna enjoy it.
Because I think, you wasn't here earlier Shed War, so
no, I missed it.
People's feelings got hurt. It's just that because a lot of people didn't understand John.
Right.
So a lot of people got turned off. He talks about that in his videos also.
I seen that video
where people didn't understand when he's pointing the finger and he's getting and he's calling people B-heads. A lot of people got offended and they unsubscribed to him and they didn't understand what Shed. I didn't even know what Shed Wars was until it was too late. Then I got the full understanding, but it was already late. That's why I say when you see my videos,
right?
I'm getting prepared,
getting ready.
Yeah.
Hey, Lawrence World, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah. So definitely. So I think a lot of people, since they've been watching Shed Wars, the other guys, a lot of people caught on what it really is now. So I think Shed Wars is going to be off the hook because I think, like John and Woodcutter was saying, a lot of people didn't understand it. Now like, getting what it is. So
yeah, you don't want to call it Shed Wars and then just to sit there and do the same thing that everybody does in their own videos doesn't, it's not that good. So if you add the tip that you put in and you add the back and forth, the camaraderie back and forth with it, it gives it the edge. That's what I like about it. The edge and also, man, you meet so many new people just since I've done it. Mr. Dan, how's it going, brother?
Like if this boat gets here this weekend, I'm going to be on power washing. I'm going to repaint it. I'm going to redoing the console. I'm doing a lot of work to the boat when I get it because it's a project boat. So I'm probably going to put a tent over it and see that's microfarming. Like, it's just not set just doing one thing. Like the chickens, you're going to actually see me go fishing. Like I hope that when you get your shrimp boat out there, you show people shrimp like John does. He showed the oyster harvest.
We planning on it. When we go, we're gonna try to bring the cameras and do a few things like that with it. I don't want to just show up with a couple last chests of shrimp and like, hey, we caught this. When literally, I can go down the road 2 miles to the boat landing, in the town over and pick up shrimp like that. Yeah. I don't want to just I want to show the process of us going out there and doing it. Make a little thing on it.
That's what I said. When you see, hopefully this young cat, his father found the paperwork for the boat. So hopefully they get it done. He's fixing the trailer. He's waiting for the parts to come in to fix the trailer. So
The boat we used to go trolling, we used to have a big Lafitte skiff, which is the cab was all the way up to the front, and the back was out for the deck and the cleaning the troll and everything. My stepdad has it's a 21 foot now, but he has a fin on the back of it to be able to put the troll and the boards and everything on. So it's considered 25 foot. And so that's what we go in. It's nothing huge, but it's fun. It's it's a day to get out with him. I've always enjoyed going trolling, and he's moving up. He's like 74 years old right now. So any chance I get to do something with him, I do.
Yeah, because that's what I've been doing this past weekend. Week coming up and weekend for this one was just getting the terminology of boat, because I never owned a boat, so I don't know. So I'm getting to pick people heads, going to the marinas. One guy suggests I go out with a guy to learn the sound, because we out on the Long Island Sound.
Right. Do y'all have to have a captain's?
Yeah. Got to take a class.
We don't need that. They do recommend. Well, now they're starting. You have to take a boater safety course, and they give you a card. It's not considered a captain's license.
Yeah. So tell me, like, once you get going, try to get out with somebody to show you the sandbars, things like that, water. Especially because I'm new to a boat. I'm out in charter boats, but I never learned. The guy was teaching me how to GPS, how to do the tracking.
Right.
With the track, so you can come back. So when you go out, you just turn back around, follow.
Right.
And so I was learning those things: the depth finders, the red, the green, the white markings that's out there in the water that you see when you're on a charter boat, but I don't know what that means.
Right.
Red means stay to the right of that buoy. That buoy's supposed to be on the right side of you.
Right. Oh yeah.
I'm learning all the terminology of boating without.
There's a lot that goes along with boating. I mean, they used to turn us loose. Me and my twin brother, when we were younger, we'd go to the camp, then they'd turn us loose with a little 15 foot and a 3.5 horsepower, 15 gallons of gas. Y'all get out of here. And they turn us loose. You can't do that anymore. No life jackets in the boat, no cell phones, nothing. All we had was flares, flares and fishing poles.
Yeah. Because I was I was looking, I was pricing. I went to the regular marina supply store. Then I went to Bass Shop, just looking around, pricing things out.
Right.
I didn't even know about it, what they call I don't know how to trim. So they were talking about the trimming. So the
trim
boat
tab.
Most say it'll keep the bow down.
Right.
So,
that's a lot. Yeah. If anybody would like to join, I just posted the link. We have 4 more at least up on here. Y'all welcome to come on. Dan, come on and talk with us, brother. Tell us how it was working on the tugboat. I've never worked on a tugboat, but I have dealt with them a lot, hauling the oil out. Whenever we produce oil, when I was working inland, they'd come and we'd take out of our tanks, load it onto the barges. That's some work for them people, man.
Yeah.
But anybody that wants to join, y'all are welcome to come in. Willett Gross says he has 5 28-foot skiffs. That's awesome.
Wow. Oh yeah, 5?
Yeah, he said that he got 5, and he said the smack talk is fun to do for the shout outs people.
Oh yeah.
He could be smack talking me a lot. I'm gonna get a lot of smack talk from him.
I think John, even though he's my captain up here, I think Jane. I mean, what's her name? Jane. Jane gonna get into her. She ain't no wussy of a woman, man. He used to get at the women, but I think he met his match with her, man.
Oh, okay, Dan. Dan said he's homeschooling the kids while he's watching this.
Simply Jan she's the hot one, boy.
Oh man, yeah. While I was at work this week, I was surprised I was able to get in a few live streams. Normally we can't. We'll get the live streams and the chats will roll across, but I can't see this. I can't see or hear what's going on with it.
They're in the rooms. They're downstairs.
Thank you, Laura's World. You don't have to. I already have all the watch time hours I need. I don't have the people. So go ahead, brother.
Stay in the house. Downstairs. Okay.
You getting in trouble.
No, the girls, the house so big, she thought the girls were outside here with me.
Oh.
Because I'm remodeling the bottom bathroom.
Okay.
And they're messing with something.
Hey, Jason, how's it going, brother?
Yeah, I'm remodeling the bathroom board. So
bored
all the time. So I went and got new cabinets, a new toilet for downstairs, and I'm gonna put some new flooring down, new what you call that, blower, just remodeling the bathroom downstairs.
Right.
Yeah, that's where the pepper that I was trying to grow was in that bathroom downstairs. We don't really use it,
I got you.
It's one of them bathrooms. I mean, it's a full bathroom, but it's when you come through the garage and come upstairs, it's the bathroom in case you really gotta go to the bathroom. You can't.
I got you.
So I just left. We purchased the house. It's just the same stuff that was in it. I didn't really do nothing in it. So
my house was built in 1933, I think it was, when I bought it. The guy hadn't remodeled it. He'd been in the house for 20 some years and he hadn't remodeled it since 1980. And I moved in. I had the house 2 months before I ended up moving to Ohio. In the 2 months, I had 5 weeks at the house, and I started remodeling. Well, not remodeling, more or less painting and changing a few things out. Then I went to Ohio. Then when I come back, I really ain't done nothing. My wife said she wanted some cabinets. She didn't care if they were painted or not. So I built the cabinets. I hung them up. They're still not painted. I got to be in the mood to do carpenter work and remodel.
Yeah. So I know, let me get downstairs, because we're having the toilet that's it's not an old house, but the toilet was so short. I don't know if anybody had a short.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I had to change out the ones over here.
There's a short one. Nobody likes to use it. The girls, they small, so they don't care. But like the toilet is like, I kid you not, get it for midgets or what? But the toilet downstairs is short.
That was the first thing I did when I moved in my house. They had the 2 bathrooms. I changed out both the toilets. They were both small. 1 second, Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla, how y'all doing? I hear it's cold out in Ohio, y'all. Jeff, how's it going? Jason says he's out back.
Oh.
Yes. Shit, we got 8 people watching right now.
Yeah. I mean, this is, like I said, it's great. That's what I was telling people also who's in the YouTube channel in the world. Our growing season is over, so I would love to make sure that all our subscribers come back. And
right. Keep them interested.
Even if it's something silly that they might think there's not, it's entertaining. It gives, because a lot of people don't watch TV no more.
I tell you, I'm really liking them Luma Pool grow lights I showed a while back that I was sent. We're gonna be doing an update tomorrow on the grow tent, but they're really working well. The lady contacted me. They're coming out with another light soon, January or February, a bigger light. And the Hidden Harvest grow light too that I got from Mr. Brad's working great. I just have it on some lettuce. But the tomatoes, it's worked. All the grow lights are working well. It's just finding the right spectrum with them and everything. You should be growing lettuce in your place, man. A little total lettuce like Jeff, grow something with Jeff, man. You could be growing that with a little set of shop lights.
Oh yeah, I got the little pepper thing. Like I said, this is new to me, like the grow light. Right. So I'm gonna try my little hands. I got the little glow light, the lamp. I had some stuff in the garage, like a lot of stuff I have here in the home. I have brand new stuff. I think Eric was telling me to go with a cast net. I got a brand new cast net sitting in the garage that I had never brand new. I just purchased it, and we go out to catch the minnows.
Minnows.
Yeah, the minnows for my chickens. I was like, I didn't even think of that. Like, for the protein.
My daughter does that. She goes dip them out. You got to watch because it will make the eggs taste funny if you feed them too much.
Oh, okay.
Feeding them to fish will change the taste of the eggs. She feeds them, I think we have 12 with the ducks and the chickens. Mm-hmm. And she gets a little bug and she'll catch, 100, 150 of them a day and feed it to them. Okay. But I had one place, they have a shrimp processing plant down the road from the house. And one of my cousins was working there and he'd bring me 5 gallons, 10 gallons every day to help feed the chickens when I had like 50 or 60 chickens. And it didn't, about a week into it, I had to stop. It just changed the flavor of the eggs a lot. Bad.
See, I don't eat eggs, so I don't.
Oh, I love eggs.
No hours, because the wife won't eat our eggs because she feels she's eating her pets.
I don't mind the eggs. We won't be able to eat the chickens. That's pets. I mean, daughter number 3 is all about that. She wants some new chicks, but she knows we can't get no more.
Oh, nah, I was getting changed out every 3 years. Every 3 years they go into freezer camp.
Freezer camp. I need to use that.
Because what happened is we can't have a rooster, but I'm not going to do all the incubate. I'd rather just, like, if 2 years from now, 2.5 years, I'll take 10 out, bring 2 chicks in.
Right.
Learn by my mistakes of chicken raising. Like, it's all about management. It's just don't try to get all rid of your chickens all at once. That's what I did. Now I did a big mistake by doing that.
Yeah.
Got them all gone, and then I'm like, okay, I'm starting all over from babies. So I'm and them out since I got 31, 10 to go, then bring in another 10, and they'll just that will stagnate them.
Right. You know, you can buy little leg bands for them also. That way, you know, the new ones, as the new ones come in, you can buy the little leg bands to do it. Got Jason coming in.
Okay. Because about AJ. Well, it's a good afternoon, Jason.
Yeah, it is afternoon. There you go. How's it going, Jason?
I'm having some shrimp noodles and watching some Cajun hydroponics, doing a live stream.
Some shrimp noodles. Cup of noodles?
That's that brick. You know, a brick with the noodles, the shrimp powder.
Right.
Throw in a little bit of red shoes in there.
There you go. I like the cup of noodles.
Yeah.
Don't you,
everybody,
oh man,
clothing except for you, Danny.
I got long sleeves on today. I just got in from work. I took my daughter to eat, and I came back and got on here because it was raining.
But is that normal, guys in the South? Because I've heard people that's in Texas is in the 20 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, Texas.
It's
normally we have a front that comes through in November. Around the middle of this November, we'll get a cold front come through like we just had. You know, a high mid to low 30s for 24 hours. You know, and that's as it's passing through. It's not. It might be in the 30s for 5 or 6 hours. We normally have that. Then we'll catch another half a day of it, you know, in December, and then another half a day of it in January. Then usually around February, when the big fronts are just coming through, hammering back to back to back. End of January, beginning of February, but by middle of February, we're done with it. We normally have maybe 48 hours a year below freezing.
Oh wow!
You know, and it's not a consistent 48 hours. It's normally like, you know, the other day we had 4 hours. It was below 32 degrees. Wow. You know, it's
that because we getting that 24 to 47 a whole month.
that 1,300 miles, 1,400 miles, maybe more than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's been 15 years since we've had to wear blue jeans for Christmas or slacks. You know what I'm saying? It always falls for Christmas. 4th of July, we're gonna get 3 inches of rain, and Christmas we're gonna be in shorts because it's gonna be warm.
Wow. Yeah,
that's nice. It's like
that was
40 degrees here. It's 40 degrees here, just outside of Tulsa. It is wet. It is damp and miserable out there.
Wow.
I'm not getting anything done outside today.
It's nice today, but
working on the grow tent.
You building one?
Yeah. I whenever I saw yours, I was like, oh man, because I'm doing a video on mine, like just like it's coming out next week. It's like great minds thinking alike.
Gardening community, brother.
I had to make sure that I mentioned you. Otherwise, you know, people are like, hey, you want to see a good one? Danny, he's got one covers half his entire living room. It's great.
It's 3.5 by right at 8, I think. I was thinking about going with it bigger, and I probably should have, but I'm trying to save a little bit of room to be able to put my a table out for my starts. My tomato starts and my pepper starts. I started 150 seeds for the big beef tomatoes 2 weeks ago before I left to go to work, and only about 30 seeds came up. It was the seeds were about 4 years old. So I ordered some more, but I'm going to take the seeds. We're going to repot them, and I'm going to replant again. I want to get about 150 plants for the 2 greenhouses, and we're going to start those seeds, and we're going to start the pepper seeds. That way we have a good long growing season. So we got to put a table to be able to put everything on in the dining room.
Yeah, ours is 4 foot by about 3.5, so it's about half the size. But there's one corner up there in the living room. Weren't doing anything at all with it. I was like, well, why don't I just okay? I just started up some peppers. I did a seed germination test.
Correct.
I didn't want to throw those seedlings away, so I thought, what
It's
am I
hard. It's so hard to
Yeah,
throw
I-
away some good plant.
these little seedlings? I can't just go, well, yeah, the seeds are good, but now I'm going to throw those plants away. So I set up the lights and put the Mylar blankets up, exactly like you did. I didn't build the frame; it's just up against the wall.
Right. And I thought back and forth about building the frame, not building the frame. I even looked on Amazon after I built it, and it was like, at the time, it was only $50 more to buy one that was actually a little bit bigger. But I want to hang my plants in it. You know, I'm not just, I have 6 tomato plants that we're going to be repotting up. 3's going to stay, and we're going to put them in bigger pots in dirt. Then the other 3 are going to go into hydroponics. Then I had some old cucumber seeds that I started. They were all greenhouse seeds. I had started 24 seeds, and I think 11 of them came up. So we're going to be putting those in there also. Half of them is going to be hydroponic, and the other half is going to be in the dirt, just to compare to see the difference what's going on. The big thing I'm trying to do with the tomatoes in the house right now is I want to be able to save the seeds from them. It's some Campari seeds that we got. For one of my friends, he picked them up at Walmart, and we just running low on the seeds. It's the most amazing tomato I've ever eaten. It gets between a big marble and a golf ball size, a little bit bigger than a golf ball, but the flavoring is just amazing. You know, it's crazy. So that's the main reason we're doing that right now. So I'm gonna have to hang them. We're gonna single stem them up as they grow.
Trying to make these Carmelo tomatoes work, but I can't grow them indoors. They just get too big.
It's a determinate, semi-determinate,
Indeterminate.
indeterminate.
Large size. They'll get between 6 and 8 ounces each. And they'll just keep on going and going and going up to where the giants live.
Yeah, I tried in the first year I did the greenhouse. We kept one indeterminate plant, a big beef, and it when we cut it out 18 months later, it was like 32 feet long, the vine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean it made a mess. Oh wait, I'm missing people. Hold on. Rob, Prime Occasion, what's up, brother? Let's see. I'm gonna take a second. Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla still in here. John's still here with Will It Grow. Mr. Dan, Permaculture Food Forest. Miss Crystal, I'm sorry I missed you. How you doing? Little Dirt Never Hurt. Ryan, how's it going, brother? Okay.
John, did you sleep at all? I'm just curious because I saw you at like 3 or 4 this morning.
Sleep.
I'm the same way. I don't sleep much. My wife, especially when I'm home, my wife gets frustrated, tells me I need to sleep. But go to bed about 10 o'clock, wake up between 2:30 and 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Because I was watching Jules. He had a video out talking about planting garden. And he's doing a vertical. And I have a couple of things here. I have some kids' beds, metal beds, that I was thinking of trying to make a compost pile. But then I'm like, I can use that for my cucumbers. I think he's going to use his verticals. I said, oh, vertical space. So I'm looking to now to find out what I can do with these beds and make them a vertical space.
For your cucumbers?
Yeah, cucumbers. Because now I have these metal beds. I found them and I was like, I could use them for something. And I was going to use it for a compost pile because I had a compost pile and moved it. And I was looking for something. But Jules had a video out and he using a vertical grow for his cucumbers and beans. So I was like, that. Get a couple of 2x3s, stick it in the ground for the season, and just zip tie it up so I can have it. It's got to be about at least 7 feet high.
Yeah. Make sure you use some good zip ties because and some good wood. The cucumbers, they put out a lot of foliage and a lot of weight.
Yeah.
1 second. How you doing, Lala Farms? Nice to see you. First time. Heck yeah. Yeah, I have quite a bit. And I haven't showed them yet because I'm waiting till I find out what team I am in and what team I'm in on Shed Wars. If I'm on John's team, I'm not going to show my I'm not going to show my raised bed system in the back. That's not true.
You got too much of an advantage.
Well, yeah. Not really. It's that that's I've talked about it a few times before in the Shed Wars video, actually. That keeps me out of the bars and stuff and keeps me married and keeps a few pennies in my pocket. So, I've been watching different videos on how people do things. And my main thing I like to grow around here is tomatoes and cucumbers. So, we sat down, talked with the wife. She let me, spend a little bit of money, and we put up a trellis system in the back for the tomatoes and the cucumbers. I want to put it all out at one time. I'm trying to get it all built, so I didn't do a step-by-step as I'm building it. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory by looking at it, but it should be really cool once it's done and the stuff starts really growing into it. It's going to look nice.
Running out of lumber around the house here. I'm like running short on lumber.
Well,
I'm using a spare piece of lumber that I have around here.
That's it. The price of lumber over here is skyrocketed. The 2x6 16 foot, that's what I base everything. When I want to build something, I look at that to see. And it went from, in February, $6.70 a board. It's right at $15 a board right now.
Oh wow.
It just
Apparently the plants where they're making stuff, building materials are either shut down or working on, low staff at the moment, so things are in short supply.
I think it's that, and it's just that whenever they gave out the stimulus packages, everybody was off of work. You couldn't get into Lowe's. They had a 500-person capacity, and it was shut down. People were sitting outside for an hour waiting to get in. They wasn't working, and they had the extra check to be able to do stuff around the house.
Yeah. And a lot of YouTubers came up, a lot of gardeners, and people started getting into the gardening.
Yeah.
And about subscribers, if you think about it, it was a boom that we got subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Because home.
Steel studs are cheaper, huh? Gypsy and vanilla gorilla sand.
Not around here. Well, they might be. I haven't looked into it in a while.
No.
I haven't looked into those ever, really. I know they exist. I just haven't really paid much attention.
You guys, y'all might know Rob just asked with Primal Cajun. I call him Cajun Rob. He just asked, it says it starts the 21st. Does it mean we can't start seeds till then? Or is that the first weigh-in day?
That's whenever you can start putting up your videos with the hashtag Shed Wars, hashtag Shed Wars 21.
And weight and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can start seeds before then.
Okay.
Your weigh-in is for anything that you produce in the year that ends in 2021.
Okay.
If you grow something now and you harvest it now, that you can't count that.
I got you.
As soon as it's 2021, you can count that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Be off with your guys when y'all talk about your seed, because I won't be seeding until probably like February.
Well,
Because I grow May and April, so you do 6 weeks out in the ground.
I always start my cucumber seeds. Everybody tells me around here I'm crazy. You're going to start your cucumber seeds in the middle of February? What if they die? I said, then I lose $4. It's $4. You drop that on the ground at the grocery store, in a year. Yeah. And everybody comes to, hey, you got some cucumbers in March, April, middle of March. Oh, man, you got a lot of cucumbers, huh? Yeah, I was outside working when y'all inside eating gumbo and stuff.
I was telling you,
back to shorts from February. So
I went down the road here,
Jason,
down here, and they put a Cajun restaurant. It looked like it popped up overnight. I wasn't looking anyway, but the wife sent me to pick up an order for her, and I just happened to say they got a Cajun restaurant up here. I didn't go in to see if they was really Cajun people, but
well, I mean, it doesn't take a Cajun person to make gumbo. It takes a little patience.
Nah,
I'm telling you. A little patience and the right seasoning is. Do not put tomatoes. If they put tomatoes in there, you walk up to them and tell them your partner from Louisiana tells them that's not Cajun. They need to quit.
I have traveled just like you guys. I have traveled across this nation, and I'll tell you, you got to get that food from where it's from. I don't care if they migrated up here to New York. The food don't taste the same. If I come to Louisiana, down where you at, the food's gonna taste different. That Cajun taste different.
If my mama makes something for you to eat, yeah, you're not gonna find it anywhere else, because them old women, they got their ways to do it and they don't want to share it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as a restaurant, it really, my gumbo, when I was living in Ohio, nobody wanted to be my friends because I worked in the oil field. We were renting a little house and nobody wanted to be my friends. You work in the oil field, you taking jobs from us while you're here. And I'm like, I'm actually training people to have my job. I'm only here for a short period of time. But I made some gumbo, and there was like 5 houses connected in the back by a hurricane fence. I made some gumbo one night, and you could see they were all kind of standing around the fence and looking around. And my wife walked outside. Would y'all like some gumbo? Danny made a big old pot. Yeah. Look, after that, she gave him. I mean, we barely ate any out of it. After that, every time she's like, "Hey, Danny's cooking this weekend. He's off. Y'all want to come over and eat?" Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, piles of people over there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Like crack. You have one taste, you're hooked for life.
That's if the person is from the area. If you get a person that's from New York that went to culinary school and somebody he's making Cajun food, just don't taste.
I'm telling you. Look,
New York City, right? New York City, you got Asians making pizza.
yeah, but you go look, Rob, Primal Cajun, Rob, prime example. He shows you how to make gumbo and stew.
Yeah.
If you follow it, and it's not hard. It's really not. You can buy the roux off of Amazon. You know, it's super easy. It's the seasoning. It's all about the seasoning. It's gumbo's easy.
I think sometimes when people cook, they put a little they salt.
Brew, really?
Say again,
It's not
Jason.
right, man. It's not right. It's not right.
I didn't hear what you said, Jason. Say again.
Store-bought roux, really?
Oh, I use it. I'm not bashful. That stuff takes a while, and boy, it makes your house stink when you cook it.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. It's just food that takes. When you go to certain regions of this country, the certain food just tastes better. Like, you want to get a Philly chicken sandwich, you gotta go to Philly.
Yeah.
You want a good steak, you go to Texas to get a good steak. You want a good pizza, you come to New York for good pizza. I'm just saying. You want oysters, you go to Maine and up there where John is.
Oh boy, you better watch that. We got good oysters down here. That's fighting words. I posted on Mr. John's video yesterday that he put. We used to do that when I was younger. They used to have the open areas for you to go catch oysters or go pick oysters, and everything's leased out now. You can't do it. But we go out there and we pick them. We try a couple of times a year, get a sack of oysters, and we open them under the carport. Man, it's amazing. It's just you can't get no better than that.
I think it was Jules. I believe he just did a cooking with I think one of his father, somebody with oysters the other day. Forgot what video I was watching. Somebody did one. They was frying up some oysters by the garage.
I think it was Mr. Jules.
It was Jules, right?
I think so.
That's
I agree with Bob there. You don't burn it. You get it just short of being burnt. Just short.
Well, Rob's just saying, in general, that's what it is. It's you slow cook it, keep stirring the roux. Rob shows you. Check out his videos. I'm telling you.
Okay.
John, we can't beat Cape Cod oysters. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. Look, this spot of Louisiana right here, South Louisiana, is God's country.
Oh man,
everything you want, the best food, the best accent, everything. I had to go out of state to find the best wife.
Oh, you gotta go to Woodcutter team now. You gotta go to Woodcutter.
I'm gonna keep poking the bear, the jellyfish, whatever.
That's what that's what Woodcutter always say. Poking the bear, you're gonna see his teeth. I said it's always a nice rifle for a bear.
I'm never worried about seeing the teeth on the bear. It's the claws that catch you.
Yeah, you gotta go to Woodcutter now because that's gonna be good. John gonna come after you now, man.
Nah, you look up great white. I've eaten some, Mr. John. I really have. The texture of them is a little bit different than what we have down here, but there are some really good oysters. It's what you grow up or what you normally, you used to eating.
Yeah,
for the most part.
And not only that, guys. I mean, the water's a little different. Y'all water down there and the water up here, because I haven't tasted stuff that came from Texas down there on a golf course.
Right.
To me, the fish taste sweeter. The red snappers that come up from around there,
right,
much better than the ones that come up here.
The water temperatures make a big difference also. I think Mr. John could probably catch oysters almost year round over there. Over here, we're only, basically they say if it has an R in the month, you can catch oysters. We can pick oysters around here. Oh. If it's cold or if it's even warm outside because of the bacteria and stuff in them, can get you sick. So it's different. The salt, the salinity of the water makes a big difference. Even when you just catch them, you might go one day after a big rain and the water comes down, goes out, and the oysters won't be as salty as they are, whenever you've been in a drought for a good while.
All right.
I'm just poking him.
Oh.
Jason, how's your garlic? They started coming up yet?
Yeah, it started to come up. Got those little central stalks popping up. They're not quite big enough that I can stand back and get a good shot at them with the camera after getting tight to see them, but they're coming up. Here in another couple of weeks, break that mulch back around them, and they'll be good.
Growing. I broke the rules on that, guys. I went to the store and I had some garlic in the house, the little buds you buy, those dry buds. And that guys, and I only put like 4 of those little pieces in that John told me to get the big piece. It came up nicely. I didn't even freeze them. I know John was talking about put them in the freezer or something, the refrigerator, then put them in.
Right.
I missed that.
If you can get a couple of weeks of cold weather in the middle of winter, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, I put them in the ground. They up. I got
now. Danny he'd want to throw them in the freezer.
Okay.
Cold weather.
I've only planted garlic twice. One time was in hydroponics. I had some trough left over, so we threw them in there and they did well. We had to pull them out early. They were still good size. I don't really cook with garlic often. It was just something I wanted to grow. But they came up. Isn't the chill time required if you're going to grow them again the following year?
Oh, I don't know.
That's to encourage them to put on large bulbs.
Okay.
Big bulbs, because if they don't get that chill time, they don't realize they need to store any energy down there on the root.
I got you.
So they just grow greens.
Yeah, I got like 4 garlic pieces that came up nicely, growing. And I did do what y'all say. I covered with some leaves, and then when I saw the green come up from out the leaves, and I removed the leaves, and now they're growing. The weather's cold up here because I think y'all was saying put leaves or something on top of like a cover crop, like something over them
to help keep the snow and the cold off of the root system on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
I think you're supposed to leave. Jason could tell you. He knows.
Yeah, even in the cold months, that those roots, not the bulb, but the roots themselves are going to keep on going down and spreading out. So they're going to be able to, as soon as the weather turns warm, that root system is going to capitalize on all the growth that's done in the winter, shoot straight up, get you a good central stalk, and then produce that flower or the scape that you want to cut off. And then the rest of that energy goes into building a good bulb. So,
does he need to leave the leaves and stuff on top of it?
Yeah, leave the leaves on top.
Oh, okay. I put the leaves back on it then. Okay.
Yeah, leave the leaves on, and they'll just break down. They'll compost down over the winter. It's no problem.
Oh, okay. About the green piece, it's got to be about 4 inches tall now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they die back during the wintertime sometimes?
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It depends upon how cold it gets.
Gotcha.
But you don't want them to hop up and then die back, hop up and die back, hop up.
Right. You want to continue.
Every time they send that shoot up, they're taking energy out of that bulb.
You
want to make a bulb, not lose it.
Jason, why do people plant so much garlic? I mean, I've seen people like literally grow like maybe 200-300 bulbs of garlic.
Well, that's a lot of garlic.
Some people sell it.
For me, I like to shoot for like 1 clove a day on the average. I may not eat that much, but I would like to have that available if I want to cook with it.
Okay.
So that's about 36 per person to get that average.
Oh.
So if you're planting 200, I don't know how many people you're planning on feeding with 200.
Yeah.
That's not really enough to really sell much, but
And you're helping people too.
And then you have some you can give away, and critters come along and eat some of it. You got some left over.
And you also want to keep some for the following year to be able to replant.
Yeah, you got to have some to plant next year.
Okay, you got your comments on, Jason? Rob at Primal Cajun actually thought only the hardneck garlic needed freeze time.
Not
You
as
know
far as
that?
far as I know, both do. They both need chill hours. Hardneck garlic does better in cold temperatures than softneck does. I know that much. But
The
as far
hardneck,
as I know, they both require it.
the hardneck, that's the long day varieties.
That's the one. You tell the difference between them whenever you take that bulb. Whenever it's all done, you pull off the cloves, and there's still a central stalk running up the center with the roots at the bottom. That would be from a hardneck.
Okay.
That's the difference between hardneck and softneck. Softneck doesn't have that central one. Well, they all have a central stalk that comes up.
Right. I understand what you're saying.
But as far as going all the way down to the bottom of the bulb, whenever you cut it off, that stalk is still there. Hardneck have that, softneck don't.
Got you.
Yeah. John's saying, they both need stratification.
Mr. Homer, John's telling you to put the leaves back.
Oh yeah, okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
You
Yeah.
tell them you're gonna do it at your sweet time. You're gonna do it if you think about it. If you have
No. I got my chickens. I gotta go to Tractor Supply and soon later.
no. I'm just talking.
I ran out of cartons for my eggs.
Don't let it be mean like that. I just brought in 2 dozen of cartons from work. Some used cartons.
Garlic hates competition, so keeping that mulch on there keep the grass and weeds from popping up around them.
Got you.
Yeah.
They don't like being crowded by anything.
Yeah, I learned how to do business. I like I said, I tell people I didn't do it this year, but yeah, we use reusable egg cartons to our customers. So it's like almost like the bottle re-exchange,
Right.
because when we purchased the cardboard cartons, they like 60 cents a carton, and I was like, the people wasn't bringing the carton back, and I'm like, I'm not want to add the price to them. So what I did was I brought the dollar plastic reusable ones that we can wash and sanitize. And I'll say, yo, when you finish those, bring back the egg cartons and I'll just give you new egg cartons back. Because that 60 cents, you don't think about it. When that 60 cents goes in that garbage can, that 60 cents off profit margin.
Now, they have places online that you can buy the mislabeled egg cartons too for cheap, like 5-6 cents a piece plus shipping and handling.
You can always charge them an extra 60 cents if they don't bring you a carton.
Yeah. I would try to put it in the price, but then I realized if I put it in the price, then you start going too far. Because people can get about between on it with some real good people, you're looking at $6 a dozen here of back eggs here. Because people love those eggs. I mean, we sell out crazy. Fast I get them, the fast they going out the door. And we only have 31 hens. I say if I went and got 100 hens, then the business will go down slow. So sometimes I realized in the business part of egg, if you're not a big person, 31 is the sweet number for us, because it's I wanted to go a little more, but then I'm like, nah, because if I go too much, then it's gonna probably out on making profits. So I'm learning that scaling of animals and vegetables, because even though the vegetables we do grow, I usually give them away to the customers. I never really sold the vegetables because I wasn't growing for like you guys were doing.
Right.
I wasn't growing to feed our family like that. Cause it's only a family of 4. So that's why this year I was saying, throw it down, see what happens. I didn't really care. Then John Woodcutter invited me into Shed Wars, but I grew all kind of craziness. So that's why I was like, wow, I got caught out there with Shed Wars. I grew retarded. I ain't gonna lie, I grew retarded. If you see my earlier videos, I told you I was just doing experimentation because I had 3 raised beds. Now I got 15 raised beds and 7 trees.
I've got 13 raised beds.
Yeah.
13.
0 raised beds.
Well, I live in town, so if to keep the grass away. This is our first. We did 3 of them in the spring for my wife. 3 foot wide, 16 foot long, just to be able to have something to grow, because I was supposed to be working on the greenhouses. And I ended up staying almost 6 months working to where I didn't have any time to do it. Then when I came in, it was too hot. But we did it, and we use sugarcane compost, potash. The sugarcane mills are local. Then they have the local nursery that composes it. And it's $130 for a trailer load for it. Well, it's $130 for 4 yards, which fills up my trailer. So I went and I picked that up and I filled it out. I filled in the beds with that. It just did amazing. So we're gonna try to move that, to the new beds that we put in the back.
John says he's got 26 beds, 10 foot by 4 foot. Good Lord.
Who, John?
Yeah.
I don't like it. The 4 foot's too wide for me.
But John has a huge property, y'all. He's not an average guy growing.
Yeah.
I
got the entire backyard, 60 foot by 40 foot, set up as one big raised bed. So instead of having a whole bunch of them, I don't know how
That's amazing. I wish I could do that.
But it's just one big bed.
Wow.
The wife makes me leave enough to where we can sit down in the backyard by the bayou and the kids still have a few feet to play with.
See, me and you, Danny's in the same boat, man. I got the left side of the property, and I'll have a small. I'm on a 0.3, and the wife gave me the left side, and it has to look beautiful. So when she goes out to entertain her, and I'm glad COVID came, because I had to fix the fire pit because I got a fire pit to build.
I got you. The beds I put in the back, they're 3 feet by 50 foot. So they split into 2, but there's 3 foot by 25 and 3 foot by 25. I have 5 runs of those.
Yeah, because
So-
this year was supposed to have been an outdoor TV, so I'm glad I ain't got to pay that little $5,000 or $6,000 for the outside.
Dang.
Because she entertained the nurses and the doctors here, so that's why
Right.
I saw them say you have grass, you have too much grass in here, and it looks nice. I said, listen, she gave me the left side, y'all.
You got what you could, huh? You run with it.
You got the left side, and I'm buying this boat, so the truck got to go. Okay, now you got this big red truck in the front of you. Saw my videos. Now I'm bringing a 21-foot aqua sport here, center console boat. She's like, "Are you putting that?" I'm like, "Okay, truck got to go now." Yeah, I have another car, to pull the boat in the.
Right.
So now I'm like, oh boy, and we can't park commercial vehicles on our street out here. It's got to be in your yard or a garage.
Yeah.
You can't park on a public street with a commercial vehicle here.
You're lucky to let y'all park it in the yard.
Well,
They got places in like the town north of us in Lafayette.
Yes.
They don't let them park it on the road or in the yard. If you got a boat, it has to be in a garage area.
oh wow.
You can leave one vehicle in your drive, and you have to have the rest of them in the carport.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. But here, most people here are subcontractors. Where I'm at right now, everybody own their own businesses or some type of business. I mean, I would think they'll have a fight with the town here, man, because everybody here practically are the contractors and builders and stuff like that here. So there's a lot of entrepreneurs here. So
Right.
I think that would be a fight. That would be a fight. And I'm on the coastline, so there's a lot of boats here too, because people go
Right.
out on the boat. Because I'm like maybe not about 3 miles away from the coastline where the boat ramp is.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna save up on the slip. So I told the guy at the marina that once I get the boat, I'll probably trail it out in the winter time and then bring it back in the springtime to leave it at a slip.
Right.
So I don't have to keep loading it up, dragging it to the marina to drop it off. I probably just one time pick it up, pull it out, bring it on my property and leave it.
Gotcha.
And do my, then I take it to Bass Shop, which is across the road from the marina, and have them winterize it for about $100-$300 and bring it on home, parking.
I still find that hard, to imagine you winterize a boat and wrap it and everything.
Oh, hold up. I'm learning that too, because I kept asking the question, how do you wrap a center console without spending a bunch of money? Because I got a T-top.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. So the guy told me I have to build a A-frame.
Oh, for it to wrap around?
Yeah, to wrap around it. Because I was like, okay, the T-top, is going to have a void. So he's saying, yeah, you got to build like an A-frame and then you wrap it. Or put a good tarp that's going to tie it down and with a ratchet or something
To hold it?
to keep the snow to come from, keep the snow. But we get high winds, so I think a tarp will get snatched right off of it. If it's got to be probably shrink wrapped.
Right. Miss Crystal, thank you for watching the videos.
But
Around here, we just flip them upside down whenever winter comes around.
oh, but you know what? If I go out and fish, the fish itself that I probably would catch, because I made a killing because I go charter.
Yeah.
If I have my own boat and go out and fish, the fish that I sell will actually pay for the wrapping. So the shrimp wrap, wouldn't cost me that much, because here I think it's like $300 the tops to shrink wrap your boat. So between a good couple of times out fishing and selling my fish, or 1 month of selling fish here, probably would pay for the wrapping, the shrinkage, the wrapping the boat. So
Right.
yeah.
You got a boat, not
Because when
not an aluminum flat bottom boat that you can take out on the river like we do.
That's what I have.
see, I don't fish on the river. I fish on the Sound, which is it's a sound, but it gets high. It gets brutal out there on Long Island Sound. I mean, then you go out to the ocean if you want, but I'm not going out there. I'll probably stay around the Sound on the coastline. I don't think. I mean, some people say the 22-foot butts can go out there on the way, but I'm not trying that.
Yeah, we go out in the Gulf over here in the flat every once in a while, but it has to be, really calm. Yeah. It's all if you want to catch the fish. When the fish are running, you go out with what you got. If you got the, you got the kahunas to do it. And I've done it a few times. I went out in a 14-foot flat with a 25 one time, 5 miles offshore.
Wow.
It was only a 6-mile ride, wasn't that big. And we limited out, and then the weather started coming. It was hairy getting back in.
Yeah. See, I don't own a boat, but I've been out there.
That far out.
Glad we was on a big boat. I almost felt like George when the guy said we need a bigger boat.
Yeah.
Waves were getting ridiculous out there in the ocean.
Yeah, it comes up around here. Jason, what else you got going on in your garden, man? You got anything coming up?
Well, you know about the garlic. You know about the little grow tip. Would you like to see it?
Yeah, sure.
Hang on a second. Let me switch over to the other camera real quick.
All right.
Which is fine. I've got the other camera plugged in, so I can just switch over and make it into a. Yeah, we're all set up.
I gotta learn those tricks of the trades, man, with those cameras and all that. Know nothing about doing all.
There's you guys. You. All right. So over here in the corner, just like northeastern corner of the house, I just got a bookshelf right there in the corner and like a little coffee table that was there. Just move those out because we never go in that corner anyway. And there's.
Oh wow.
Nice. Those are the $20 grow lights you get from Amazon. They work just fine.
Somebody else. John had those, right? John showed that in his video.
2.5 gallon buckets there.
Oh wow.
Got those down there, and of course, as it gets cold up here, we got that oil-filled heater down on the bottom, so that'll bring that heat up into the tent area, keep it nice and warm in there, and then the lights keep everything growing. Can that be what it looked like?
It looks nice, man. I've talked about it before with Mr. Homer about a fodder system. No, I think you were on with us. It might have been Mr. Bill about putting a fodder system for the chickens.
You talk about that, the grass, grow the grass for the chickens.
Right, and I'm thinking about doing something similar to like Jason has in that room. Where I have my grow tent, there's a picture window, and we have a little bench that sits right there. We're thinking about pulling the bench out and putting the fodder system up against that window. But it'll also be enough room to be able to grow some lettuce with it, also, along with just the fodder.
How much space do you think you need for the fodder?
I've seen people do it, and it's really as wide, 12 inches wide, 10 inches, a 20 tray. That's right. What I see them growing. So they do 20, and then they stack it up. The footprint on it's real small.
But how would you get the light from the tray? If you have the light on top, how the light will get to the bottom tray? Or you put it on the sides?
I've seen some that people didn't even use light because you don't feed them, and you'll get better return with it if you do use light. But I've seen people, they don't use light. They'll put a light from the front of it, pushing across, or from the sides. But I've also seen people that didn't use light; they just use a regular light. It's a grass or a barley, so it's going to grow to a certain point. You're only going to be growing it for 7 days. It's a replacement every 7 days. You start a new one every day, and you as you stack them, you're taking one off and putting a new one in. So it's going to grow to a certain amount, just like a tomato grow with no light. It'll grow long and skinny. Yeah,
because I have a rack system in the car. I mean, in my garage. I mean, I got my tools on, but some tools I could take that stuff off. I have a wire rack system that the lady next door, not the lady across the road from, she had a garden, but she got too old and she was throwing it out. And I was like, oh, that's a beautiful rack. And I was thinking about closing it in with some Marlite. What you call the Mylar? Mylar foil, whatever.
Right.
And try to look like what you was talking about, that grass thing growing. But then I'm saying on top of my shed, you saw my chicken shed, my chicken coop, I was going to just put it on top of the roof. I was just going to put trays on top of the roof during the summertime, springtime and summertime, and just let it grow up on top of the roof of my shed.
You can do that. Look, he's showing the packets.
Oh, okay.
I think I paid for the ones I bought. I got 13 packets for $12 shipping and handling from Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon under $1 a piece. You just order them up in bulk.
Cool. Because I was thinking about getting some clove seeds because they love the cloves in the yard.
Cloves, huh?
Yeah, the clovers. The clovers.
Oh, yeah, clover.
Oh, I let them free range. Oh my God, they eat up all the clovers. Somehow they love the clovers, the clover leaves, plants, the cover.
The kids walk around, pick that, and then they got some weed that grows over here. They call them chicken leaves, and they'll walk around the yard. I can't cut. I got to cut around when the plant comes up,
Mhm.
I got to cut around it because the kids end up digging them out and feeding them to the chickens.
You can eat those too, you know. The chickweed, Solara media, they're edible. You can eat them.
Oh, okay.
Those big leaves. You seen the video?
I haven't seen that one, but if it's chickweed, you can eat it.
Oh, it's not chickweed. They call it chicken leaves. It's
Okay.
some big leaf grass weed that grows in the yard.
I'll have to go take a look at that.
Chicken,
Hey,
Johnny, how's it going, brother? If anybody wants to join,
Somebody's
Go.
we getting some static.
the thing you're gonna have to make sure if you do put them on top, you're gonna have to be able to water the leaves. I mean, the seed trays for your fodder.
Oh yeah. I got that.
I have seen people use it. I mean, they build it with pallets. You know, it's not a really big setup with it.
No, I'm gonna get trays. I'm gonna get trays.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when they stack them, it's a real small footprint. I think Mr. Dan at Home in the Sticks did one about a year and a half ago. He had a little setup that he did with it. Chicken Johnny said he lost 7 subs today. I think I'm at like 18 or 19 I lost.
I didn't even check mine. I just cracked the 500 subscribers, guys. I was like, holy cow.
That was awesome.
Because I was at 496, then I turned around, was at 484, then I went back up to 490, and I was just going back and forth, and just checked out the other day. I'm up to 502. At least last time I checked early this morning, it was 502.
Okay, hold on a second. Ashley's allotment, how you doing? Good to see you in here from the UK. Well, we getting people from all over.
I'm up right now. I'm at 537.
The sound.
Say again? 537.
So it's 531 yesterday. So not bad.
I think you reverbed, Danny.
It's me.
Can't hear you.
I turned it off. Something's clicking. That's it.
Hello?
Can hear you now. It went away.
Nah, you coming out like a reverb.
I think it's yours. When you turned it off, it went away, Mr. Homer.
I cut my mic off to see if it was me, but it's not me. It's when you talk, we get like a reverb. Like a delay.
We're not hearing it on this side. When you turn your mic off. Can you still hear it? You hearing it, Jason?
I'm not hearing anything right now.
Sign out and sign back in, Mr. Homer.
All right.
Yeah, Homer's been freeze breaking a little bit too for me. So
Paste it again. He can come back. Anybody wants to join, y'all are welcome to. Chicken Johnny, Lala Forums.
follow that link in the chat.
I just did. It's hard. It's hard. I was only planning on talking for half hour, 30 minutes. I'm glad y'all joined. It's fun.
Yeah.
So
Last night was the first time I jumped into a live stream like this. I was like, oh wow, I can do that. Oh cool. I don't need special software. Great.
StreamYard. That's the only thing StreamYard. Now, according to what I've read, if you use StreamYard, you half your watch time minutes you don't acquire.
Oh shucks.
So I'm not. I had a video that went stupid a couple months ago. I'm like at 7,000 hours of watch time for the year. So I'm not worried about that. I enjoy doing the YouTube and talking and meeting the people more than anything. If I can make $5-10 a month on it, that would pay for part of my gardening addiction. So, I'd be happy with that. But it's just, yeah, StreamYard does take a little bit from you whenever you use StreamYard. Let's see.
Dollar number 3 in the back there.
Yeah. I think it's someone, Mr. Homer. Oh. Yeah. So what else you plant, Jason?
Well, let's see. Know about the garlic, know about that thing. What else I got going on here? Getting ready to do something with some mushrooms here in about another week or so. I got some of these enoki mushrooms, nokatake mushrooms
Right.
from the international market. Made some really nice sushi rolls with them. They kind of taste like crab, but they're not crab. And we got me some hardwood pellets and some nice little tubs to put them in. I'm gonna make up some sterile medium and make a culture and see if I can grow my own enoki mushrooms from
Get the
the
spores.
little bit that was left.
You're going to use the spores from the ones you purchased, or you bought the inoculant? Or
The ones I purchased, they still have some of the growing medium that they grew in. At the
Right.
bottom, it's got the mycelium already in it.
I got you.
So after I cut off the part that I'm going to use, that little bit, you can't eat that. Take that and put it in a blender with some rice water to help get it a little bit of feed to start out with, and see if I can get that to take in the wood pellets.
That's
And
cool.
if I can do that, hey, I got my own artificial crab growing. I'm going to try to get some other plants started up and see if I can put them in that indoor grow system. But right now, I can't grow anything out.
Tomatoes, I mean, not tomatoes. Peppers take forever over here. That's when I normally start my pepper seeds in, mid-December, early January. I'm going to try it. I'm going to start early December this year. Try to have me some 8 to 10 inch pepper plants when I plant them outside.
Cayennes, they had no problem getting done by the end of the season, but the sweet peppers, they were just right at the very end when I finally got some. And I was lucky to be able to get seeds that I could save out of them.
Mr.
So,
TV,
I don't want to.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say I don't want to have to run into that situation next year where I might not have anything that I can save that I can plant for the year after. So I figured just run them inside, let them grow all the way up in here. I can have peppers through the winter.
And Eric was in here earlier. I'm not sure if he still is or not. Eric Hale. He shows how to overwinter them, pull them up, bring them into place, a little bit of light and keep them warm, prune them back a lot, and you can replant them out next year in the garden, your pepper plants.
Yeah.
He's done amazing with it over the years.
Thought about maybe doing that with an okra plant, but
okra's
I don't think I have enough room in the house.
I was going to say okra's really not worth it, man. Them things take up some space. But I did 5 pepper plants. A cayenne and a lot of you're saying, yeah, the super hot peppers take a long time to ripen, and he does do a lot of peppers, a lot of hot peppers. But I had the cayenne, banana pepper, and then I had 3 bell peppers. One of them didn't make it, but I'm looking forward. The cayenne is slap full of flowers right now. I mean, I'm not pollinating them or anything. If they take, they take. If they don't, they don't. I'm just trying to keep plants available to where I can plant them out in the spring.
Got 6 pounds of cayenne, the little tiny plot in the front yard this year. So we got hopefully enough. Hopefully.
6
Hey.
pounds. You dried it up? You're gonna dry it?
The ones that were all the way ripe, I went ahead and dried those up, and then the ones that were still green, whenever the season was coming to a close, I took them and put them in a jar and made a brine.
Oh yeah.
Covered with the brine, put a little leaf on the top of it, and we're fermenting those, making some green chili sauce.
Shoo, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Some of the people around here take the green beans and they'll use the green cayennes and mix it,
Nice.
like pickled green beans with the,
Mhm.
the long cayennes mixed in with it, and they'll put maybe one red one or so.
Yeah. Do that with okra too.
Yeah. Yep, they sure do that with okra. I'm not a fan of much pickled. I'm not a fan of vinegar, so I don't eat a whole bunch of stuff that's pickled. I like pickled beets, but I like them sweet pickled. The old people around here, they make that, it tastes like candy almost. It should be illegal to sell that. I eat a gallon of it. I'll sit down and buy a gallon at the farmer's market, eating the whole gallon. It's ridiculous how good it is.
Whenever I open up a jar of okra, it's gone.
My dad does that.
I'll put a couple of cayenne peppers down in the jar whenever I'm fermenting them,
Right.
and because I ferment them in the jar. They're not pickled. They're fermented.
Right.
I put them in there with the brine with a couple of slip of garlic and a couple of cayenne peppers, and the seeds of the okra will soak up the heat from that cayenne pepper So whenever you go and you pull the okra out and you're biting into it, you're like, okay, yeah, this is fine. It's, you know, a little salty. It's got a little bit of that acid flavor from the lactic acid when it's fermented. And then you bite into the seed and it's just like a little explosion of heat right there. It's good.
It's good.
If y'all out there never tried it, you gotta try some pickled okra. Good stuff.
Reaper okra. I think they pickled some. I think Eric and them pickled some and they put a Reaper in it.
Ooh.
I'm stuck trying that next year. Mr. CB and Eric would always make fun of me because I never wanted to do the hot pepper challenges, and I'm like, okay, Mr. CB in the video where his wife Miss Renee did the hot pepper eating. He's like, don't worry about it. Next year, Danny, he said, we're gonna send you a bell pepper, a sweet pepper for you to eat. That way you can feel like you played along. So I was like, send me some peppers, Mr. CB. So he sent me some Trinidad Scorpion peppers, and that's the one I put up. I ate the first, and it's like it wasn't that bad, you know. So I had to go get another one. Hey guys from Brainstorm Apicus, how y'all doing?
Bone diabetes here.
Yep.
This is my attention hog right here.
Well,
I can't put her on the floor. She'll want to be on my lap. If I put her in my lap, she wants to be on the floor. She doesn't know what she wants.
we got the little kitten too, and she don't want nobody to hold her. As soon as I sit down, she comes climb on me right at the beginning. She was I had to take my hat off. She was climbing, sitting on top of my head, playing with my hat, almost scratched my face. But yeah, so Mr. CB gave me those Trinidad Scorpion peppers. I ate 2 of them, and it wasn't that bad. So he thought I was playing. No, you probably eat that all the time. Said, no, sir, I don't. I said apparently we just eat a little bit more spice than I figured. I always say I'm not a fan of spice. I like seasoning, not spice when I cook.
Come up. I got a couple of trees I got to move around. Now that the leaves are off, they're going dormant. Got 2 fig trees that are getting ready to be relocated to the south side of the house. So hopefully they'll actually be able to keep some live wood on them throughout the year. Where they're at right now in Zone 7A, they're supposed to be hardy figs, but they die back down to the roots every year. And they're on the east side of the house. So I got to get them over there on the south. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to put in that spot.
Always something.
I got to put something there. And I've been looking at Sichuan pepper, Sichuan and Sancho pepper.
I've never heard of them.
They're a Chinese pepper tree, produces peppercorns like the black pepper.
Okay.
But we can't grow black pepper here unless we do it inside of a greenhouse. I guess if I had a greenhouse that had enough height to it, I could keep a black pepper tree in there. They have peppercorns off of that. But if I don't want to go out to the store and buy peppercorns, I got to find some way to get them.
Right.
So they're hard to find. The Sichuan peppers are. They're one of those. They're one of those plants that has 2 genders. They got male and female peppers. The females make the peppercorns. The males make some peppercorns too, but in order to get them to properly pollinate, you have to have both.
Right.
Most people just grow them so they can get some peppercorns, and they only grow the females. So whenever you go to the nursery and trying to find them, the females are all sold out, and they got all males that are left. Now, one of these days, I'll be able to get them. I have to jump into line soon.
We don't eat much black pepper. I don't cook with much black pepper. If they have it in some of the seasonings that I use, but it's very rare that I'll add black pepper to anything. We use a little red pepper and salt and the season blend, whatever the season blend ends up that I want to taste with.
I never use the seasoning blend. I have to get all the different spices together and make it myself on the spot.
It's so much easier.
It's easier, yeah, but
whenever
you make it on the spot and do it yourself, it's unique every time.
That's what I'm trying to say. To me, it tastes the same every time. With the 4-year-old, he can be a little a-hole sometimes about it's too hot or it's too this and it. So put that seasoning in there every time. It's the exact same. And dude wakes up, wants rice and gravy. I mean, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. I want some rice and gravy for breakfast. It's. But if it's not the exact same every time, he's you done something to it. You done something to it. He gets a little attitude.
Easy and always better. Yeah.
With seasoning blend, it's not bad. In the garden, you're right. It's not. It's. I've tried all kind of stuff to make it easier, and it's never worked out.
Yeah. Well, they got those recommendations for how you're supposed to do things, and
Th-
there's no harm in experimenting. Sometimes you figure out why, they recommend that you do things a certain way.
I
Like
did
found out you're not supposed to plant that garlic too close together because I planted a few hundred. Said, okay, let's do these at 3 inches. Let's do these at 4 inches. Let's try sprouting these indoors and waiting until the 15th of December before putting them out, and all different kinds of things, and figure out, okay, there's a reason why they don't want them too close together, because they don't do well.
I'm going to be trying, like in my raised beds, my tomatoes, I'll be planting some of them on 1 foot spacings, 18-inch spacings, and then 21-inch spacings on the different rows, because I'm going to have 4 rows for sure, probably end up with 6. So I want to try the different spacings this year to see which ones. I know the 21 inches is probably going to be the ideal place, but with it being grown in a raised bed, there's going to be single stem similar to the greenhouse. So I want to see. I can't do it the way it's told to me because it's not always right.
Right. Well, I imagine 18 will do okay, but yeah, you're probably your best tomatoes are going to come off the 21.
We'll
Then you got to wonder, well, what could I have done with that extra couple of inches of space?
Yeah, sometimes it's more about getting more tomatoes than getting a few more bigger tomatoes. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Mr. Bob, how's it going? Peanut, brother, what's up? I'd rather get a whole bunch of smaller. If I could produce 1,000 pounds of 6-ounce tomatoes, I'd be happy.
Oh yeah.
I don't have to have a tomato that's going to cover the bread every time I put it on a sandwich. I'm more about producing more tomatoes than
2 inches across or so. You use 2 slices, you're good. Yeah.
Most of the time, I eat it before I finish making the sandwich. I eat the slices of tomatoes, and I got to start cutting more.
So if you got a plant that produces a lot of smaller fruits, whether it's tomatoes or squash or whatever it is, some bug comes along or you get some disease that affects one fruit. It's just one fruit. It's like,
right.
Okay, I lost one little tomato. Okay, no big deal. But if you're growing these monsters, right? Something comes along that messes with it, you lost all of that in one go. So I kind of favor having more fruits than smaller fruits.
That's what Mr. Homer's asking. Why do gardeners grow so many tomatoes?
Tomatoes are good.
It's the best thing. All right, Brainstorm Apes. Thank y'all for stopping by. Thank y'all so much.
Growing something with Jess says tomato plants. Where is that? Planted 19 inches apart last year. How'd they turn out?
Jeff did well with them. He had a jungle going on.
I had 3 feet in between tomato plants, but they didn't turn out well because I made the mistake of putting them out too early. They got frostbit and barely recovered before the end of the year. So I was getting too smart for my britches. Usually I'd wait until around 15th of April and direct sow, and they turn out fine. So this year I said, okay, I'm going to get a jump on it all. I'm going to set the lights up. I'm going to start in the trays, move them out to the hothouse. And then April 15th came along and said, okay, yeah, this is about the time I put my tomatoes out.
Seeds.
April 22nd arrived, got a hard frost, and came out, and everything was just brown, dead. And about half of them actually went ahead and grew back from the roots and eventually produced, but it was very, very late, and I barely got anything out of them. So that's mistakes. You learn things.
Oh yeah, and it's the same. It's similar to me about putting cucumber seeds in the ground middle of February over here.
Oh my goodness, 600 pounds of tomatoes off of 50 plants. What is that? Is that 15 or 16 varieties? Gypsy 18. And vanilla grow.
18 varieties.
18 varieties. Oh my gosh,
that's ridiculous. Yeah, we'll never see
with all those. That's more than I can eat.
Look, that's one thing. When I was working in Ohio, everybody grew tomatoes, and it was amazing the amount of tomatoes they were able to grow. In the area I was at, it just the amount of time where the temperatures were ideal for tomatoes cleared through almost the middle of July. It was ridiculous. Yeah, we understand. Mr. Homer, the tomatoes are just so sought after by everybody. I could sit down and eat a pound to 2 pounds of tomatoes a night, easy.
Yeah.
You know,
whenever I've got them and I haven't messed up and put them out too early, like I did this last year, I've got the ones that I'm going to eat, and I dehydrate a lot of them. I like to cut them up and throw them in the dehydrator, dehydrate them down. I got tomatoes that are 10 years old. I pull them out and I just munch on them like candy.
wow.
Or throw them in soups, whatever. Not gumbo.
We can't be friends if you put tomatoes in gumbo.
They go in chili really well, though. But I can put a sign up on the side of the road, right? It had a little arrow pointing this way, and I've got tomatoes, 2 for $1. And people have been pulling up into the driveway all day long until I'm out of tomatoes, and then they pull up in the driveway and I go, oh, I need to take that sign down because I don't have any left. And they go. Yeah, they're gone.
I mean, cucumbers and tomatoes around here. I mean, you could sell all you wanted if you had them. To a certain point. Usually, from March, till the end of June, beginning of July, you can do it. But then when they start getting the tomatoes in the grocery stores that are 10 cents a pound, nobody's going to want to buy them. Yeah. But by that. Normally what I do, if I do sell any, I have one guy that comes by all the time. And the closer it gets to the end of the season when I'm growing them, I try to get everything on the ground by July because it's so hot. The fruit's not, the flowers aren't going to pollinate when we do it. Yeah. Then what does pollinate, the plants, have the disease and the bacteria issues and everything that goes along with it because of the heat. So we just take them out. But the people that buy constantly throughout the year, whenever I have a little bit to be able, when it starts getting towards the end of the season and it starts getting cheaper, I'll call them, hey, look, I got some tomatoes for sale. And they'll show up and I give them the tomatoes. It's not, I'm not out to make money with it. If I can pay for my addiction on, with selling a few tomatoes, that's what I do.
Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla, 4 to 5 foot tall, 4 foot around, Reaper plants too. Oh, now you're just bragging.
Greenhouse. We grew it over the wintertime. I purchased it from the nursery. It was a chocolate Reaper plant. Never ate a pepper off of it, but I purchased it from the greenhouse. It was about 8 inches tall in November. We planted it. By the time springtime came around, we had to move it because it was taking up the place from the tomatoes. We needed a room for the tomatoes. And we couldn't pass it through the door, and we had to set it on the ground and drag it out to where it wouldn't hit the top. It was it was right at 6.5 feet tall, a regular door frame to pull it out the greenhouse. But the people that did try it said it wasn't very peppered. They didn't have much heat to it. It could have been because we were using the tomato fertilizer blend instead of increasing for the peppers. They take a lot more fertilizer than the
what goes in your tomato blend, or is that a trade secret? You can't reveal it.
Mr. TB secret. Master blend. I use the master blend, whatever it is. It's a tomato formula, along with calcium nitrate and Epsom salt.
All right.
It's good. And in fact, like I said, on my grow tent, it's a week behind so that we can kind of, if we have any issues, we want to be able to share the issues we had, but we also want to be able to share what we did to fix it. So it's a week behind. And, the one tomorrow is going to show you'll be able to see a lot of difference in them. But I hit them with some hydroponic solution before I left. They were just in the seed base, and it's amazing the amount of growth they've had in the last 2 weeks. You're actually going to see 1 weekend, tomorrow, but it's amazing the amount of growth it's had. It's crazy.
I put a little bit of Epsom salts and magnesium sulfate into that homemade liquid fertilizer that I make in the backyard. But most of it is just I go around with a sickle and I cut weeds, throw it in the barrel.
Yep.
I add in, dead rat or whatever. some kind of organic material.
Yeah, you get the microbiology boiling in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to introduce bacteria into it. Correct. And then I'll feed it about a cup of sugar, and then some of that magnesium sulfate, fill it up with water, and put the lid on it and let that stuff cook for about 2 years before I open it up. You can use it within 6 to 8 weeks after you start it up, but it smells god awful. So wait a couple of years, let it finish breaking down, and you just take it and you strain off the sludge that's going to be at the bottom. You throw that in your regular compost heap, and then whatever you got left there, it doesn't smell all that bad. And that is some really fine liquid fertilizer.
I watched a guy a long time ago that he had 755-gallon buckets, and he would go and pick out the dried cow patties in the field. He lived not far from it, and he'd put 3 gallons of it a day in a 55-gallon drum. He'd let it sit in there for 7 days, and then he'd water his plants with it. Basically like the fodder system. He had a step up, and I don't know if that's all he was using. He said that's all he used, and it was amazing.
Homer, it's spelled just like it is there in the comments, buddy.
Okay.
I've got a video where I show the process. I think I titled it "Do Not Drink Liquid Fertilizer," and because I had a little fun with it. I took a glass of Tang and I put a little bit of food coloring in it, and then the way I arranged the shot, I came out and I drank the Tang first, and then I used the same glass to fill it up from the barrel. But then I changed the order whenever I was doing the edit. So whenever you see the edit, it looks like I fill the glass up from the barrel with that liquid fertilizer, nasty stuff, and drink it. But that's not what really happened.
Gypsy, the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorillas saying, you dig your hole twice as much and you put compost in the bottom. We're growing in 100% compost this year. We did it last year. It was amazing. We're doing it again now. Once it's 6 inches on the top, the root system did kind of grow into the lower dirt. The raised beds we're putting in the back is going to be 10 inches. It's going to be 10 inches of compost. And the amount of roots that we got this year compared to what we've been getting before is just amazing. Take it easy, Mr. Bob. Thank you for stopping by. It's just amazing the amount of the difference in the size of the roots, the color of the roots, and everything with it. They're not fighting in the compost to grow. The plant is ridiculous. We couldn't even give away all the peppers. We didn't try to sell peppers, but we couldn't. It was hard to give them away. We did the cucumbers. I did it like 75-25. The dirt to compost. And dash or 2 cucumbers. Try those if you've never tried them before. It's I'm not even gonna try to say the word because it's not in my Cajun vocabulary. It makes about 85 to 90% female flowers, and they don't have to be pollinated.
Nice.
We've had great this year. We planted a 30-foot row. We ate all we wanted. My 2 daughters and their boyfriends ate all they wanted. The kids, my 2 kids over here. I got 2 older daughters. So they ate all they wanted. The kids here ate all they wanted. We gave to both of the next door neighbors and some other people. And people would stop in the front yard and ask. We still sold at 50 cents a cucumber for $300 in cucumbers.
Ooh.
And they put on from, we planted those in March because the other ones we had planted in February died. The disease got to them real early, the powdery mildew. So we went from we planted the dasher 2s on that 30-foot row, and they just kept like, oh, they look like they're gonna die. They look like they're gonna die, and they just kept going on. We pulled them out in the middle of July.
Hey, thanks, Homer. I just remember what he says. I'll be there December 4th. Oh yeah, I got a premiere scheduled for the 4th.
I'm about to check that out. It's tomorrow. High five.
Yeah. What was that one? That was the one I'm doing. The one I'm premiering tomorrow is seed saving. So I go around and I hit the okra plants, pull the pods off that I plan on saving for seed. I did 72 plants and saved seed from just 2 of those 72.
That's all you need. People realize how many seeds you get.
I picked the 2 that had the growth habit that I liked. I said, okay, I want that genetics. And I'll save those. And that's way more seeds than I need. So if anybody needs seeds, hit me up. I'll send you some.
They grow short and stubby. The type I've been growing the last couple of years, it's like a cow horn. The tallest I've ever gotten them to grow was 5 feet, but it's like every it looks like they're putting out 3 or 4 shoots on a knuckle. 3 or 4 pods on a knuckle because they're so close.
So I've got 2 varieties of okra that I was growing this year. One of them was originally from Louisiana. The other one, I don't know where they developed it. Georgia, maybe.
That's not good.
Well, yeah. But,
no,
but I don't know what the proper name of the cultivar that I've got from Louisiana is, because it's just an heirloom that one family has been passing down for 40 generations. That's 40 generations of the plant, not 40 generations of the family. Right. But because family called the Hayeses out there, I don't know exactly where in Louisiana, but they've been growing the same okra year after year. And a buddy of mine gave me a few seeds, and I planted them, and I kept them separated from the Clemson spineless. Right. And they have an entirely different growth habit. I mean, they're shorter plants, but they have lots of side branches. They produce pretty well. And the thing I noticed about them is they have a really, really long pod. I can't get this lined up in front of the camera. Right. Really long pod compared to the Clemson, but they stay tender even whenever they get big and long like that. So that was really nice.
It's probably a type of cow horn, which the cow horns, they'll get 12, 13 inches long and still be edible. They won't get real woody at that point.
Yeah, I really liked it. It's like, wow, I'm used to them. When they get this big, they're woody and they're tough. And the only thing I can do
you don't even check them because
save them for seed.
That's right, or save them for seed, right? But I just, for years, all I grew was the one Clemson spineless, about 6 to 8 inches long, and that's all you get out of them. These right here.
If you don't think I'm young, then it's just wasted.
Correct. These right here is 12, 13 inches long, and they're still really good. I wouldn't try to pickle them, cut them up and pickle them at 12, 13 inches, but for cooking.
You chop them up, throw them in your soup, do whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like to smother them down.
One thing I didn't do with them this year, but I really should have. One person told me that you could cut them up, put them on a string, hang them up over your stove, and let them dry there. If you're using them in your soups, you just grab some dry, throw them into the pot, and you're good to go.
I'd be leery of that. They tend. You've probably seen it. If you leave them hanging, just sitting around too much, they'll mold real easy.
Yeah, they can. So I'm thinking you probably want them to get dry first.
Okay, yeah. If you dry them out,
let them get dry, and then you've got just dried up and hanging there.
I think somebody did. I was watching somebody, and they had a whole bunch of them. They dehydrated the okra. Rob Primal Cajun that was on earlier, he did how we smother it down to freeze a packet. We put them in a pot. I like to do it on a stove. He did it in the oven. It's super easy. You cook it down. It's basically a mush with seeds. But oh my God, you talk about good. You put that in a gumbo. It's not the big pieces. It just, you see the seeds floating around, and it almost looks like a little bit of meat extra. Oh, right. It's amazing. That's how I don't like to be able to see the okra. I like okra gumbo, but I like it smothered okra in the gumbo.
Right.
Not that
we do a lot of it. We just chop it up, throw it in the quart jar with the tomatoes and some peppers, and then maybe a little bit of onion. Just can it up like that.
Right.
And that stuff, all you got to do is just pull it out, heat it up, and eat it right there.
My stepdad takes at the beginning of the season, he'll start buying pickles, and he keeps the jar of the pickles with the juice and everything. Yeah. And he'll have 8 or 9 jars of empty pickle jars with the juice in it from when we start picking okra. And he cuts the small ones and he just sticks them in there, and he'll leave them for a week, and then he'll start eating them like that.
John says, I'll be growing okra next year for the first time. Are you allowed to say okra, John?
No, he's not even allowed to grow it.
I don't think you're allowed to say it that way. Nope.
Tell him, Rob, it's okra.
You must say okra.
Okra. And John's probably going to be the one to do a gumbo video with tomatoes in it. I'm telling you right now, that's what's going to happen. And then we're going to have to bar him from Shed Wars. Oh, yeah, some good shrimp and okra gumbo. Rob got a video of that also. Rob does a lot of more cooking videos.
I cheat a little bit. I keep cans of salmon in the pantry. And occasionally when I don't have anything else, I can just open up a can of salmon, throw that in there. Maybe chop up a little sausage, drop that in there.
That sounds good.
but I mean, it's canned fish. It's not.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's quick, it's easy, and it keeps without refrigeration.
right. Lala Farms, thank you for stopping by. I'm gonna try to get y'all next one, man. I missed it a couple of times. I was close. I forgot where I was going. Oh, I'm getting old. I just made 46 and I can't remember nothing. I lose my train of thought. It's like out the window. Mr. John. Yeah. He can't grow okra up there. He can't. He's gonna try to grow okra like corn. He could be 13 feet tall and he's gonna get one pod. He could be calling down here and he's gonna be hey Cajun, you can help me with some tips on that over here.
Get some heat on it. That's the tip.
That's the tip. You got to have your root system. The ground temperature has to be right. I know, Mr. John. I'm just picking with you, brother. Watch me.
We have here in Oklahoma. We got maybe 2 months of good heat, and during that 2 months, they produce Eddie.
Oh, Eric Hale. He planted 2 rows of okra, and he had some nice size on it. On the plants, and they had a few flowers and stuff, and he's like, man, I don't think they're gonna do nothing. I'm telling you, man, you gotta wait. It's got when your ground temperature hits it, and they get that hormone that kicks in because of the ground temperature. You ain't gonna know what to do with it. About 3 weeks later, it's like, oh my God. I'm not scared.
He's feeling salty. Hang on a second. I gotta go grab a new battery.
All right.
John's feeling salty. You just watch me.
Oh man. Let's see if we missed anybody. I'm sorry, we've been talking.
Don't know though. Man can't even grow a proper beard. I don't know how he thinks he's gonna grow some okra.
Damn. Jeff, how's it going, brother?
Good. How you doing?
Oh man, can't complain.
Robert says, John can't even spell okra right.
I gotta find the chat.
It should be on the right side of the screen. Oh, it's a little bit different.
Click on where it says comments, and then you'll be able to see them. They'll pop up there.
Mr. Robert, how's it going, brother? John's trying to get me to go on his team. I'm trying not to. We're gonna have a side team, the Bearded Bandits.
I don't ordinarily trash talk, but for John, I'll make an exception.
I think everybody makes an exception.
He likes it that way, I think.
I like to trash talk.
No.
Oh man. Oh shoot. I
don't think I've met growing something with Jeff before. I've seen that name pop up in the chats here and there from time to time, but I don't think I've ever run across you.
Yeah, I've seen your name too, but I don't know if I've ever actually run across you either.
It's big world.
With Jeff's name is Brad, and Jason Aver's name is Tom. Nice to meet y'all.
Nice.
No, Jeff and Jason. How's it going?
Where you at? Where you at, Brad?
New York.
John. Jeff.
Not New York City. Upstate New York.
Upstate New York. All right. Up there by the lakes?
Yeah, right by Lake Ontario.
Nice. There's another fellow I follow, Sean, Edible Acres. He's up there at Finger Lakes.
Okay.
So I know what kind of struggles you guys are going through up there.
Which ones?
It's a
you see, he dude grew more in a 4x10 bed than I grew all of last year.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, Jeff had some nice tomatoes. Really nice.
Yeah, too many plants in that bed though.
But you didn't weigh out what you exactly had though, right?
No. But the problem with my beds is they're 4 foot by 10, but I can only get to them from one side.
Right. Yeah, I had 4 foot beds when I was out at the property for some beets and stuff, and 4 foot was just too uncomfortable for me to work in.
Yeah, if I could access them from both sides, it would have been okay, but From one side, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, you got to fill in your swimming pool, and you got all the room you need.
No, I gotta sell the house and get to 8 acres.
Oh, the 25 would have been nice. You would.
That would have been the 25 would have been real nice.
God. I'd have been moving. I'd have been a Yankee. I'd have been lived out on the back of your 25 acres. That was crazy. Beautiful. Beautiful.
John.
The sparkle in there, yes. What?
I think you meant to say eyes.
I needed some help with that. I'm Cajun. The translation didn't come across.
I think you meant to say eyes. Yeah.
John, you got something to tell us?
John.
It's a nice property in Cuba, New York. There's a Cuba in New York? Now I'm confused.
There is a Cuba in New York.
Nah, that doesn't make sense.
There's a lot of things in New York.
I mean, I'm from Louisiana, so the school system ain't that great. You know, when I think of New York, it's like the big buildings and stuff like that around there. Jeff started sending me pictures, and you know, the local area is like, oh my God, it's beautiful. You know, besides the snow and the cold during the wintertime, the rest of the time is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty up there. Get away from the city, it is.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to move to Cuba, New York, though. I got to stay within pretty close to where I am.
People tell me, "Hey, you're from Oklahoma, right?" Yeah. You live in a teepee? How many cows you got? None.
Hey, I ride alligators to work. People think we pet them. I know exactly what you say.
Alligators to work.
A gardening forum I used to go on had a lady that she was interested in Louisiana and stuff, and you know, I had pictures with the bayou and all that, and she's like, "You're not worried about the alligators coming up?" I'm like, "No, they're all pet." And I went online, and the first thing, alligator and kids, the first thing is there's a little girl sitting with an alligator on a swing, petting the alligator in the picture. So I sent her that, and she's like, "I can't believe you let your daughter do that." I'm like, "Whoa, it's not true. It was a joke." But it's the same country, such distance, you know.
Yeah, different strokes.
So, Jeff, what's your plans? I know you're going to be on Arkansas Woodcutters team also.
I am? Who knows? I don't think nobody picked yet. You never know.
I know. It's just fun. It's going to be so much fun until we get there. I like us three right here for sure is Arkansas Woodcutter, and then there's Arkansas Woodcutter, and then there's Homestead Aquarius. And
Fortunately, no alligators in my backyard.
we had a big one a while back. Oh Lord, it scared me.
But one of the lakes out here, there was somebody who was fishing out there, and they pulled a fish out of it. They thought it was a piranha, but it wasn't. But what it was even more impressive. It was what they call a pacu. It's kind of related to the piranha, but yeah, big,
Right.
Yeah, big, wide body, but narrow across, kind of like a sunfish. But they have teeth that are shaped like human teeth, and they're actually herbivores. They will occasionally eat something that isn't a plant,
Right.
but they look just like a piranha. Some kid pulled it out. I don't know how the heck it got up here, because they're supposed to be from the only places where they're from naturally is down in the Amazon and out there in New Guinea. So somebody, I guess, had it as a pet and let it go in the lake, and
Yeah.
it took off and went, "Hey, I don't have any competition here. I'm just going to keep on growing and getting bigger."
Mr. John, if you draft me just to tick me off, I'm going to have 3 pounds of total weight from my garden. And then my twin brother's going to have a channel that's going to get in on it, and he's going to have 1,300 pounds of total weight from his garden.
Yeah, human-like teeth. There was a story of somebody out there swimming in New Guinea, and they were in a river or something like that. They got bit. Something bit them. They got out of the water and they looked, and it looked like a human had bit them because of the way the teeth are shaped.
Wow.
And apparently that's how they get the stories of the merfolk in New Guinea. It's actually fish that's in the water, because whenever it bites you, it leaves that impression like human teeth.
Right.
Crazy stuff.
Oh, man.
I'm full of useless information like that.
I've got about 15 more minutes, and I'm gonna have to get off of here, get the little dude off the bus. But this has been fun.
I got to get my totes ready. I got those 4 totes. I just drilled all the tops to get the lettuce started.
Yeah, how's that going? You only starting what? You got 4 plants per bucket, or 4?
I got 4. There's going to be 4 lettuce plants per tote, and I got 4 totes.
And you're gonna start like once a week. You're gonna start planting your seeds out.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
So you actually, this is like a hydroponic system or something else?
Yeah.
Indoor.
Okay,
In the basement, yeah.
gotcha.
Check him out.
Those are just growing under shop lights.
He's not growing them under any type of LED or anything like that. It's just regular shop lights he's using. Cool.
The other stuff I have grow lights. I got tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers. I got the Dasher 2 cucumbers from Danny.
Send him some Dasher 2s. He's trying to kill him.
No, I'm doing a good job.
No. They might not be a cucumber that likes hydroponics.
Well, it's weird because they started out fine. Like the second one I planted, it's nice and short, and it's got really nice, good growth. But the first leaves are just dry, and they're like almost like nutrient burn on the edges.
Yeah.
So I don't know if my meter's just not reading right, and they're just getting nutrient burn or what. I got to get new meters.
Miss Crystal, thank you. I hope you enjoy that dragon fruit. I hope it does well for you. I really do. Jason can't come here. It's not nice. Don't make me start. I'm gonna break out the DNA test, Mr. John. I'm telling you, you're gonna find out who your daddy is. King of the castle right here, buddy.
Go bring it cozy.
God, I threw off my no. Yeah, they might not like it, or they might need more oxygen than what the regular cracky can do for it. I was thinking about that. You know, I tried looking up some other videos after Eric's having a problem with it with his growing. They're not in hydroponics, but he's having a problem with his. And I started just looking up to see if anybody had anything on it specifically for the hydroponics. And no, I'm seeing him right here. He's to the left screen. That's the daddy, Big Daddy. Call me the Raging Cajun, boy. Watch it. I didn't give myself that name. Mr. Rob did. Ession's Family Garden. So, I'm thinking that there's not a whole bunch of people haven't really posted out there. And Mr. Robert, I thought me and you was partners almost. But it might be something, Jeff. You might want to, if you got a little air aquarium pump or something, throw that in there for a few days, a week, so see if it makes a difference.
Yeah, I don't have one, but I was thinking about maybe getting one just to try that kind of stuff here and there. But I mean, the other one is still it's not in great shape, but it's still putting out. It's starting to put out like 3-4 cucumbers.
John, there's been out at sea too long.
I did buy an air pump, Jeff. I will be trying one of them. They're $5 right now on Amazon. I wanted to see the difference with the air pumps, but I want to see. Oh my God!
I've seen a Chihuahua before.
The Chihuahua grows a better beard than that. Oh, make fun of me. I don't have hair. Oh, man.
Hey, Early Bird Farms.
What's up, brother? This is going to be so much fun. I can't wait. It's hard not to start making Shed Wars videos making fun of people. Well, making fun of John. I'm not going to make fun of nobody else. I'm pretty sure. He's going to be on my team because he's going to pick me to make me upset, and I'm still going to make fun of him. There's the camera.
I'm half tempted to try starting some sweet potato slips even early. I don't know if I should or not.
When would you normally start them?
Well, to be honest, I have been buying that somebody else has already started, but they always come out later than I would want to plant them. So I kind of want to get the jump on it. I guess I should probably ask Robert about this. He does a lot of them. Right?
You'd be suspended before you even start.
If I was you, I'm always about trying early. I would start. If I was you, I would start some
Start
sweet
that right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, John, if you suspend me, I'm not going to do your shed wars. I'm going to do Caban wars. And a Caban around here is a shed. So I'll still be doing the same thing. And I'm going to buy you a shirt and I'm just going to put not John. So you can suspend me.
Robert, I was curious as to whether or not it would be a good idea to get an extremely early start on sweet potato slips, because I want to at least double up this year. And I know that whenever they bring the plants out at the ranch supply, there's not going to be as many out there as I want to buy. So I'm going to have to start my own. But what do you think? Start them early, maybe grow a plant, section it off, and let those little root nodes start new plants. Just keep them going like that until it's time to take them outside. It'll take them an hour.
Yeah,
I thought you might. He's got some going right now.
traveling in the RV. That's nice. You up there keeping John warm?
Oh,
Well, he's telling John to pick on me.
Hey, Gail Souther Living.
Miss Gail, how you doing?
John, he's a fisherman. He's good at that, I suppose, but he doesn't know a whole lot about farming. He just doesn't know you can't put two bowls in the same yard.
To what?
Can't put two bowls in the same yard.
He likes small peppers too, from what I understand.
Either he likes them or he's got one. I guess if that's all you got, you better like it.
He said,
I better stop. Just be mean now.
he said you make slips all year round. Oh, Jason, you could get in so much trouble hanging out with me.
All right, yeah, all right. So I it's okay. I can start them now. You can make slips all year round. Good deal. Thank you. Yeah, because I really like the way the sweet potatoes turned out. I started planting them up underneath the trees, and they tell you, oh, plant those in full sun. They grow just fine under a pecan tree.
Chickens are free range. Oh man, y'all cold over there in Texas, Miss Gail?
I'll bet.
The manatee.
Don't rile up the manatee.
What's a manatee?
Manatee.
A manatee.
That's a sea cow. That's find those out there in the Delta. I don't think they have those up around. Where is he at? Boston.
Boston. Oh.
Seriously, no, he's around Cape Cod. I don't know what the difference is.
He's a Yankee.
Hey, easy.
Oh, so you said you're not a Yankee? I'm joking.
My great granddaddy was a Yankee.
Oh, I've got my namesake comes from the Canary Islands. I got family from Germany and all over. Got a bunch of family lives up on the southern part of North Carolina and the northern part of South Carolina. 43
degrees. Good Lord. It's actually warmer up there where you're at than it is here, John.
That's cold.
Well, it's 40 here.
It's 47 right now here, it says.
Jeez. That's one of the problems with being out here in the plains, jet stream comes along and it just goes.
Here, we'll put that right here. You keep that cold weather for a few months.
Yeah, you're going along and everything is just fine. Then one day you wake up in the morning and Hay River, Manitoba is in your backyard.
Oh, brother, we're gonna have a talk here. South Carolina is Southern.
30s? Crystal, where you at?
Kansas. Miss Crystal's in
Yeah,
Kansas.
oh, okay, yeah. There's nothing to stop that cold air in Kansas. I know they like to joke and say it's flat. It's not exactly flat though. You put a marble up in the. Hang on a second. What team are you on? Oh, I'm going to say it anyway. You put a marble in the upper corner of the state and you let it go. It'll pick up a lot of speed rolling down south till it exits.
We had 63 right now, but it's overcast.
An inch of snow yesterday.
Southern is sweet tea,
Our
Bo.
brothers are up there in Kansas right now. They're around Wichita.
It is cold. Yeah. We had wind the last 3 days offshore at 27 to 36 miles an hour. It was horrible. Horrible. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to get off here, guys. I gotta get the little dude off the school bus in a couple minutes. And thank y'all so. Wow, 14 people. That's crazy.
That's nice.
Boy, ain't got nothing better to do than watch us, huh? But thank y'all for coming in and visiting with us, and everybody in the chat. Thank y'all. Y'all check everybody out. It's some great channels in the chat and some great channels up here with me. Thank y'all for coming around, man. So
Bye, everybody.
Ah.
All right. South Louisiana ball, you gotta love it. Y'all grow that, except for John. Later. See y'all later.